Hello, welcome to Mr. B's Ukulele channel. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy watching. Hello, this is the tutorial for SpongeBob's The Campfire Song. And if you're not familiar with this one, I do suggest you take a moment out of your day to enjoy a little bit of SpongeBob SquarePants before we get going. But I'm hoping these SpongeBob songs will just brighten everyone's January after what has been a very difficult time all around the world. And I'm hoping this puts a smile, these songs put a smile back on people's faces, even just briefly. Okay, this one is just a crazy song, but it's a lot of fun to sing along with. And why not go camping and get it out around the campfire? Why not go the whole hog? Now, it's a really easy one. I've put it in at level 2, although depending on how fast you want to take it, it can be more or less easy or difficult. And you can really go for a good tempo if you want to. Although I will say you should always consider when you're playing a piece of music fast, you want it to be controlled. So don't just rush away with it to the point where you're getting it all wrong. Make sure you're playing it precisely and then play it as fast as you can. But by all means, make sure you are playing it correctly. It's very easy to fall into the trap of just rushing through a song and actually ending up playing it very badly. So the challenge of this is to play it as fast as we can, or play it at a good tempo, but make sure it's still controlled and we're still in control of all the chord changes and everything's in the right place. Also, saying CAMPFIRESONG song multiple times at increasing speed is quite a challenge in itself, so have fun with that. Okay, we're going to have a quick look at the chords. Not too difficult, just a couple of extra chords on top of the C and the F that you probably are familiar with, but I'll just go through them quickly. The strumming pattern is very simple. I'll look at that in a second as well. And then I'll just talk you through the layout of the sheet music that I've done and give you a bit of a demonstration as well. Okay, the chords are not too difficult at all. We've got our basic C, third finger on that 3rd fret, on the A string, and if you are relatively new to the ukulele, do try and get into the habit of always using your 3rd finger on that, because it really frees up your 1st and 2nd finger and makes everything a bit more mobile when you're doing your chord changes. So we've got our C. Play along with the C for me, and our F chord. Now your F chord there should be your 1st and 2nd finger on the C and on the E and the G string. So make sure your F chord sounds like that. And then instead of a G, we've got a G7. Now, I'll be honest, if you're struggling with the G7, you can play this piece with the G, but why not learn the G7? It's not too difficult. If you've got the G, the G7 is like that. So that finger stays in the same place, and you just pivot those two round. It's actually quite a nice transfer. Sometimes we'll have the two in the same piece, G and G7. So your G7 is 1, 2, and 3, and it's not too difficult at all. So have a look at that. G7, and then the D chord, which is nearly a full bar, not quite a full bar on the 2nd fret. The top 3 strings don't touch that bottom A string. Full bar, 3/4 bar on the 2nd fret there. Okay, let's just go through those chords: C, F, G7, and D. One more time: C, and the F, and the G7, and the D. Okay, and they're the chords you'll need for this song. Let's have a look at the strumming pattern, which is really easy, and it's simply this. On a C chord, couldn't be easier. It's a simple down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, all the way through. Okay, let's look at the layout, and then I'll give you a quick demo. So it's really simple. Go straight in. There's 3 verses. And basically, if you look at the page, I've put a little bracket around the 2nd verse and just said repeat that. This is one of those classic SpongeBob songs where it's mixed into the middle of a cartoon, and actually there's a whole load of talking in the middle of it, and it all gets broken up, and all sorts of other crazy things are happening in the middle of the song. So obviously we're taking that out and we're just trying to sing it as a song, but it's a bit more of a lengthy song if we repeat the middle verse there. So also leave a bit of a pause after the G7 at the end of each verse, just in anticipation of the slightly faster verse you're about to play. And can I also recommend, before you start any of this, you do practice saying Campfire song, because that is what you need to get your tongue around very quickly, many, many times. Let me give you the first and the final verse as a bit of a demonstration so you can see how it goes. So it starts on the C chord. Let's gather round the campfire and F, sing a campfire C song. Campfirefsong, song. And every letter that you do is the Campfire, that's a different strum. So down, up, Camp, they're in time with each other. Campfire, F chord, Song, back to the C chord, song. And if you don't think that we can sing it F chord faster, then you're wrong. But it will help if you just sing along. And then we'll put in a bit of a Patrick there. He comes in with the bom, bom, bom. Help if you just sing along. Bom, bom, bom. Campfirесong, song. Campfirесong, song. And then it just repeats the end. If you don't think that we can sing it faster, that repeats as many times as you want. And then at the end, we just go for a nice dramatic ending. It will help, and that's your G7, if you just sing along. And that is your ending. So it's a really simple, really fun song. You can take it as fast as you want to, but do remember what I said at the beginning about staying in control of the piece and don't letting it run away from you. And I hope that puts a smile on your face, and do have fun with that. Thank you.